Hello, so this is a live stream, and the purpose of the live stream is to show you guys how I successfully, I would think successfully navigated through a Facebook Ads Manager campaign for one of my songs called Don't Say a Word. Now, not all songs are going to do as well as this one has, and you can see here it's not even at 10,000 streams, so depending on who you are, this might not be what you would consider successful, or it might be very successful, but this is really just the start of a journey for this song, and I'm hoping in a few months' time I can redo this video with some different numbers just to show you how it went. Now, why am I showing you this particular song? I actually think this song has done very well. It has come out at the end of November, the start of December, and I pretty much immediately started doing what I would call kind of low-cost ads. I think it was like $5 to $10 a day, and it did okay at the beginning. I think, like all my ads, the first few days, if you can see here, were pretty slow. But then they pick up as Facebook gathers more information about audience and the types of people that would like this song, which is cool. And then you can see here that you've got the statistics on the first Friday. There's always this kind of bump on the first Friday, and then subsequently each Friday you start seeing bumps, and they're kind of what we call the release radar bumps. So if we go into playlists for this song and we just click on, here we go, since the beginning of time, you can see here it has 414 release radar streams, which isn't massive, but that's simply because I didn't invest a lot in ads. The more you get in ads, the more you put in ads, and obviously if the ad is successful, the more release radar streams you're going to get. And it's not like I didn't believe this song and I didn't want to put much money in. It's just I'd been promoting a couple of other songs, so I really couldn't afford to put too much into this song. But it just got enough to get on quite a few playlists, so that was a trigger for me. It meant for me that the song wasn't that bad and was worth investing in. And if we just look at, say, the last 28 days, you'll see it's been on quite a lot of playlists, 256 playlists. But the significant number here is radio, and I'm going to show you how I got on radio and why I think this song is doing well on radio. So let's move over to the overview again. These bumps here are radio bumps. So for example, on Friday the 12th of January, we got 642 streams. Most of those were from radio. And here 840, most of those are from radio. Streams per listener aren't that high, and that's because they're on passive radio playlists. Radio also includes autoplay, so a lot of people would have heard the song but wouldn't have known anything about it. And it's a stream for me, but they're not going to go back and listen to it again unless they've put it on their own playlists. As I said before, it's been on quite a few playlists. This is after the the last 28 days. If we go back in time to 12 months, when you do the ads, it's more likely to go on playlists. So as you can see here, it's gone on more playlists. And the other thing I want to show you is my ads manager for this song. So this is the maximum statistic. So it says here 21st of December. I think it started a bit later than that. I can't remember. But you can see here that overall I've spent £221, which is kind of like $250, $260 American. And you can see the statistics, the results here are as such, and some of these did pretty well. So I've put in a few names of artists like The Weeknd, Childish Gambino, and Eurythmics, and then I put a couple of genres or lifestyle. So we've got leisure and pop music. So pop music did okay, leisure did the worst, and The Weeknd didn't do too bad. So these statistics in terms of the cost for conversion are not too bad, but the one I decided to keep in terms of cost was the one that was Eurythmics. For some reason that's outperforming the other ones, not by much, but it's still outperforming. So I've just decided to put all my ad spend into Eurythmics. Now over almost 2.5 months, that's not a lot of money to spend, and it's only actually increased to that much because of what I'm doing. So if we go, for example, to yesterday's results, you can see I've spent £2. And if we just go to the calendar and look, say, at Thursday's results, I've spent about £2. And each day it's consistently getting results. 13 on that day. If we go about a bit further, say the 16th, we got 17 results to spending £2. So what I've done is, after the initial first couple of weeks of the campaign, I've been putting in £2 a day. £2 a day is not a lot. It's like $3. And it's really, the only reason I'm doing this is because out of those 17 results, I'm likely to get about 30 streams, 25 to 30 streams, and 5 to 10 of them, I know it's not big numbers, but 5 to 10 of them are going to be saves and playlist ads. And that's really important. Because what message that is giving to Spotify is these people are saving and they're playing the songs. And that, I think, is feeding into the algorithm and is allowing the song, if we just go back to streams, to get streams that look like this. So the ads would have stopped around here, and I've been getting sort of over 100. Sorry about that. I've been getting over 100 consistently, and I'm not here to brag, but I'm just here to say that just keeping the thing over 100 consistently has cost me £2. But it's been worth waiting, because just a few days ago, I got 642, and even the days when it started going down, it's higher than the previous days. And then it went up again. And even the day it went down, which was yesterday, it was still pretty high. It's one of the highest days I've had. So if we keep getting these types of bumps, this all-time streams is going to shoot up. But I guess you're going to have to watch a future video to really know if that is going to happen. So if we just go to playlists again, radio 2006, let's go to all time. Radio 2,888 out of 9,000 streams. And I would say that out of those streams, quite a few people have saved and added the song to playlists. And I've got my own playlist, so I also promote songs on my own playlist. And I think it's a really good idea to build up your own playlist. So I've got one called This Is Glow Wave, which is the name of the group. And that group is a group, playlist is a playlist that I started not very long ago, really, only about 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I want all my songs to be on one single playlist. I noticed that they weren't. So I've been trying to grow that playlist. And similarly, this new pop playlist is a playlist I've had for a couple of years now, and it's in there. I can't remember what position it is, but it's definitely not in the top. But it's it gives you a few extra streams, and the rest are not mine. These are just random playlists, so it's all cool. Now, if we just go to audience here, I guess you'll see all of the songs here for Glow Wave. And you'll see that these jumps are pretty big. This day here was a jump for a different song. So this day here, you can see 1,200 streams, 1,600. Now, I'm only spending very little money on the ads, but it has, I think, been worth it. So if we just go to music again, and we look at another song called If We Ever Broke Up, which is a cover. Just adding it to radio. This song, by the way, is getting no ads at all. It's never had an ad, but it's just jumped up quite a lot. So it's not the only song that is doing well. And I think where it's really been shaped and what's really pushing this is something called discovery mode. Now, if you've watched my videos before, you know what discovery mode is, but I've been a little bit, I don't know, I've kind of criticized it for not being that useful, but we'll just show you my January stats so far. Hopefully it's going to open. There it is. So if we just look at the January stats, and I don't know what this is, that's really weird. If we just look at the January stats so far and we sort by intent rate, the song I've just shown you, Don't Say a Word, is in discovery mode. So yes, you get paid less per stream, but it has really pushed the radio and autoplay quite a lot here. So out of the 2,800 streams we've received, 2,400 of them look like they've come from discovery mode. with a listener lift of 820%. That's huge. And the other song that I've just shown you has a 3,000 increase, and this is not a surprise because I haven't put any ads towards this song at all. So it's kind of a surprise to me, and it's kind of not as well, because what I see happening is the songs that do have some saves and playlist ads are more likely to get pushed by radio. Now, I said to you earlier that that spend of £2 a day has actually put some saves and playlist ads against the song, even though it's not a lot. But radio thinks it's an engaging song because you see this intent rate, percentage of listeners who saved or playlists to the track after streaming it. That's I think that's come a lot from the ads that I've put in. So if you're processing and pushing a song using ads and it's in discovery mode, I think it's more likely to get a radio lift, and that's just a feeling that I get. All these other songs, none of these are getting any street advertising or ads at all, and that most of them are kind of getting some push, but not like those first two songs. And there's one song called Bullet, which is kind of one of the weirdest it's one of the weirdest songs ever, really. So I'll just show you, if we just go back, so you can see here Bullet is getting about 777 streams, which isn't that bad actually. But in the previous month, if we just go back to December, which is completed, hopefully it will open. There we go. If we look at the previous month, the algorithm chose Bullet as the song to promote. I mean, it's not actually doing a lot better than it's doing this month. The intent rate is very high, and it's got 8 saves. And I think that's the reason why radio has pushed it out, because it's getting more engagement maybe than the other song. So it's decided, well, this one's getting the engagement, we may as well push this one out. That's just my suspicion. Could be wrong, but that's my suspicion. And yeah, and the other song that you saw before is not here because it's a relatively new song. So really we could only push that one in January. So if we just look at Bullet's statistics, Bullet is I call it kind of a weird enigma type song. I did put some ad spend into Bullet at the beginning. As you can see there was a bit of ads. No, that's not the ad spend. Let's go back a bit. Let's go back 12 months. Yeah, so the ad spend, you can see here, this is all organic. And then I did a bit of ad spend around here. Not much. I think it was like £5 to £10 a day, not much. And then I stopped and it just tanked. I mean, when I say tanked, I mean, it got a few streams, but really at this point here, it got 8 streams. It just tanked, and I don't understand why, but it just did, because it's actually one of our better songs. But then one day we got the 300 streams, then it tanked again, and then 287. And I think these streams have just simply come from autoplay and discovery mode. Tanked again here, and another boost once again from discovery mode. And it just kind of goes back to normal with these really tiny low streams. Boost again to low streams. Boost again here. Low streams again. So there are some days like yesterday or 2 days ago, I got 7 streams. So, I mean, it's not particularly a song that's going very strongly. But I think what you would notice is this little sort of tranche of time here after the ads was pretty bad. And even this one here isn't that good. But after it was exposed here, I think organically it's starting to improve. So even these numbers, which are low and are pretty low and continue to be low, are kind of looking better than these numbers. So I think maybe after it gets quite a few of these big boosts, it might well start organically increasing. But I guess wait for the next video, because I guess we'll see maybe in a month's time or in 2 months' time to see the direction of travel of this song. But all I know is that with very few ads, this song here, which is basically, I'm not paying £2 a day for this song. Maybe I should actually. Maybe I should try that. This particular song is over 8,000 streams, which isn't a terrible result really for a song like this. So I just wanted to show you that. I thought that was quite an important thing. So let's just show you what's happened to the audience. So in terms of audience numbers, well, we can see our total streams have done, but then we've got this kind of weird followers thing. So between the 11th and 12th of January, let's just see those numbers. It went up quite a lot, 226 to 269. I think they are bots, right? I think that increase is not natural. I didn't do anything specific to increase those numbers. I didn't boost anything. I think that's bots. And the reason I say that is because I've seen that before. I'll just show you. Just move this to 12 months. So I've seen that before here. So so everything's kind of organic. No, we started this group in I think it was February last year. So we're just posting songs organically, not a lot of followers for quite a while, for more than a couple of months. And then I think I may have put some ads in at this point, so we started getting a bit of growth. This is all organic. And then we got to this point, 5th of August, where it more than doubled. And I'm the producer. The singer called me and said, that's amazing. We've got all these fans. And I looked at it and I thought, this is not natural. This is very unnatural. And I think there's a problem with this. And indeed, you can see that once we got to this point here, Spotify did a correction. So these are definitely bot followers. We did nothing to gain those bot followers. They just appeared. But thankfully, Spotify cleaned that up without penalizing us, because we had nothing to do with that. It's just some bots decided to follow us. And even during that time, we've had some growth. It went down at this point here by quite a bit. Maybe that's Spotify cleaning up the bots. Went back up again, went down. So if you look at sort of the trajectory, which is what we would expect with some ads and that sort of thing, it's going up generally. But these bots are a problem. So really, we should be around the 226 mark. But in any case, the last week and a half, we've only grown by 2 followers, and I think that's purely down to radio and autoplay. Even though we're getting the streams, radio and autoplay really don't give you the extra followers. The ads do, but the radio and autoplay don't really do that. So I think that's quite an important thing to understand. And that's pretty much it, guys and girls. There's other things I could show you, but I don't think we'll go into any of that right now. So if you got any questions, the comments is the place to go, and I'll try to do my best to answer. Okay, catch you later.